Hello YouTube and welcome to channel Annabella, and today I'm going to be showing you my merchandise that I got when I went to the National Gallery in London. This is the bag. It features Vincent van Gogh's very famous portrait of a sunflower. It's got the National Gallery on the side, the National Gallery there, National Gallery there. So that's that. I got these 24 watercolours. So I love the fact that they all fit together. So you've got the yellows and the beigey yellow and orange and white on the top one. Then you've got your reds and pinks and oranges with 2 browns. And you've got your greens and your teals with 2 browns. Then you've got your blues. Look at that blue. That is just gorgeous. I can't wait to use these. These are dry watercolour pads. And you've got a grey and a black. But look at that. Epic. So happy. And they screw together really, really nicely. So they just form up like that. That is just awesome. Yeah, their artworks all by themselves, I think. Anyway, I'm looking forward to using them. And on to my books. I got this book on J.M.W. Turner, the man who set painting on fire. So that is going to be absolutely stunning to read. His works are just wonderful. If I can flip it open. Look at that. So yeah, and the nice thing about this book is it has some whole pages that are just devoted to his art. So you've got the contents, classical education, the freedom for success. So it's sort of like about his life as well as his art, as well as his personal life, and how it all informed his art, which is the best way. So there you go. So at age 26, Joseph Mellard William Turner became the youngest ever member of the Royal Academy. So that's going to be absolutely brilliant to read. I also got this, the National Gallery souvenir. It's printed in Hong Kong. And I got this purely because you've only got this little bit of blurb at the beginning. And then you've just got the paintings. And obviously you've got Giotto and the workshop and when it was painted, and that's it. So you've just got that. You haven't got any information about, you know, any interpretation of the painting. You've just got the painting itself and who it is attributed to when they think it was painted, because obviously some of them we don't know, particularly with the early ones. Obviously with the later ones we do know. But even some of those we don't. And it just lets them stand there. This one is by Hans Holbein the Younger, The Ambassadors, and it was painted in 1533, and it's one of my favourite paintings. It is a vanity in itself. It's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Look at that 3D skull. It's brilliant. You've got Titian. You've got paintings by everybody in here. That is just a wonder. I also got this book about Paul Cézanne, the first modern painter. He's one of my favourite ever artists. It says here, drawing and colour are not separate at all. Insofar as you paint, you draw. The more colour harmonises, the more exact the drawing becomes. When the colour achieves richness, the form attains its fullness also. The contrast and relations of tones, there you have the secret of drawing and modelling. And that's a quote by Paul Cézanne in a letter to Emile Bernhard on the 15th of April 1904. Cézanne is known as the father of modern art. You wouldn't have Picasso without Cézanne. Cézanne is huge. In particular, his early works are incredibly good and incredibly disturbing as well. Whereas, so you've got one of them there. One of his early works were really, really dark. And then his later works were not so dark. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I owe you the truth in painting, said Paul Cézanne, the solitary genius who overcame opposition from his family, friends, and the official salon, made painting the sole occupation of his life. He worked unceasingly to release his vision of harmony parallel to nature, investigated the logic of colours, recreating space. Mocked by Parisian critics, he withdrew to Provence, where he laboured quietly until a later generation hailed him as the father of new art. His story is told in his own words and in those of his friends, and the accolades of the great artists, philosophers and critics. Because Cézanne was also known to be quite poetic in his speech. I've got this book, which is called This is Cézanne, as well. And it is about his life, but it's also done in this funky style of art. I'm loving it. So you've got his life story, basically, in art. Because look at this one. See how cubist it is? You wouldn't have had Picasso without Paul. You really wouldn't. And his beloved oranges. The damn things rot and change tone. Yeah, it took him ages to paint. His portraits. Hanged Man. He was just awesome. He could do anything. But at the time, everybody ridiculed him. See, this is one of his really early works. Look how dark that is. The murder. Nobody has painted like that, ever. This is his early works. And unfortunately, he did a lot in the early stages, but they've all been... He burnt quite a lot of them because he didn't think they were any good, but they're absolutely fascinating. He was known at the start, when he started his career, he was working with the Impressionists. He then became a post-Impressionist, and then he abandoned almost both titles and became very much Cézanne. See, this is a homage. Homage to Cézanne by Maurice Denis. See, they're looking at his still lifes and commenting on them. He is that important. See, that's burning his early works. It's awful. But, yeah, just look at that. Anyway, so, yes, I could paint for 100 years, 1,000 years without stopping, and I would still feel as if I knew nothing. Paul Cézanne. He's awesome. He's literally the father of modern art. I mean, look how he paints people. It's stunning. And then you've got his beloved apples. Yeah. So that's what I got from National Gallery. I'm really looking forward to using these. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'm sorry if I've bored you with my knowledge of history of art. But hey ho. And there's the sunflowers again. Good old Vincent. So please like, comment and subscribe.